Hello.
Hey.
Today we are going to do our September wrap-up.
Yes, we are. I'm Jessica.
I'm Christeena.
And you're watching
Game of Tomes.
Where are my dragons?
Oh, did you read your tea bag? We are born wise. We are born complete.
I don't think so. Disagree.
Wow, that's supposed to be kind of uplifting there, Jessica. So the first book I finished in September was Girl, Wash Your Face. Stop believing the lies about who you are so you can become who you were meant to be by Rachel Hollis. So my sister got this on Audible and was listening to it and kept telling me how great it was. So I decided to listen to it. And I gave it 2 stars, which sounds really bad. But it was like a very uplifting book where she would talk about like her struggles, and she had Bell's palsy, which instantly made me think of you. Which I started it before you got diagnosed. Right. And so when you said I woke up with half my face, I was like, what if it's Bell's palsy?
I woke up with only half my face. The
Working.
other side, I don't know.
It was
where
just gone. I mean, it was good, but I think in terms of that kind of like advice self-help novel, I don't really think that's something I'm very interested in a nonfiction book. And there were some things that like I didn't per se agree with.
Sure.
Because I do feel like, you know, if people need help, there's no shame in asking for help. Or I don't know, she was all about, you know, get out and do it because no one's gonna help you and the world's not just gonna give it to you, you know, like you gotta work for it. And I'm all about that for sure, but I do kind of wish she would have thrown in there like, but it's okay if you need help, or like if you're depressed and you are feeling down and lazy, or you know you need to take time for self-care, then that's okay too. And she is religious and I'm not, so you know it was good, and my sister got a lot out of it, so I'm really happy about that.
That's good,
because she still references it, and so I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. But it just wasn't for me per se.
I understand.
Yeah.
The first book I read in the month of September, is that the correct month?
Yes.
Horrorstor by Grady Hendrix. It was on sale for $2.99 on Amazon, so I read it on my Kindle app on my phone. It was good. It was really good. I gave it 4 stars. It was fun and kind of cheeky. It takes place in a kind of store. What kind of store? It's like a IKEA knockoff, that's right. But like in America.
How was the spooky level in it? I'm
spooky. Curious. It got spookier than I thought it was going to.
So it had like a good creepy.
It was creepy and a little kind of gory, but it was tame, you know.
But it was still funny.
I wouldn't say ha funny, but
right.
like tongue in cheek a little.
Okay.
You know?
Just curious.
Yeah. It was entertaining, and I'm glad I read it.
Good.
4 stars.
That's a good rating.
Yeah.
Speaking of 4 stars.
Sure.
I gave 4 stars to Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff.
Great. Which
was my first and only book that I read for Tome Infinity and beyond. We have our wrap-up for that readathon. We will link it down below if you're interested.
For Tome Infinity, I read The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. I understand it's merit. You know, he was the father of sci-fi, whatever. I just didn't enjoy it, like, very much. 2 stars. I don't know if I said that. And then Record of a Spaceborn Few, I gave 4 stars. And The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I gave 3 stars. Oh, you had another one?
Oh, yeah. Also for Tome Infinity, I was still reading during the wrap-up. I was still reading 1984 by George Orwell, but then I decided to DNF it because I just...
yeah. Are you DNFing it forever?
I think so, because I already read a summary of what happened.
Oh, sure.
So, but I kind of wish, like, after reading the summary, it seems like it definitely picked up. So I'm kind of like, oh, I wish I would have continued, but I was already reading it for 2 weeks, was only halfway through, and was like, meh. So yeah. I'm glad I DNF'd it.
Good.
But, yeah. So the only other book I actually finished in the month of September was an audiobook, which was our book club book.
Yes, I also listened to that.
And it was The Immortal Life of Henrietta by Rebecca Skloot.
Skloot.
And I gave it 4 stars.
I did too.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it didn't go how I thought it was going to go.
Me neither. The author was became close personal friends with Henrietta's daughter, who was living in poverty. Her mom had cancer.
Yeah, in the 50s, early 50s.
She went to Johns Hopkins to
get treatment.
Thank you. And they took a biopsy without her permission of her cancer cells. Her cancer cells regenerated forever, which had been trying to grow human cells, and they had never been able to.
Because eventually, after they split so many times, they just don't split anymore. They just die.
Right.
But Henrietta's kept growing.
And so they were able to use those cells for scientific research and
like, develop a polio vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, a lot of stuff.
Her cells help make
modern medicine.
Advances in modern medicine.
Yeah, and it's her cancer cells, which I'm glad she, like, clarified a lot of things in the book that I didn't know. Like, when they're just talking about Henrietta's cells, it's just her cancer cells. It's not her healthy cells. It's just the cancerous cells.
But they took them
without permission from the family.
And her family didn't even know about it until it was like they just happened to hear
Till
about
like
it.
30 years later or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So it goes through all that when her family can't even afford health care, and they have a lot of medical issues as well.
They do.
And it's really sad.
It was a sad story.
It was a very sad story. But I did not expect it to really go into more so, you know, the life of her children and her personal life. I thought it would be way more like scientific kind of
and it did
aspect,
have that,
which
a
it
lot.
did. But it really, really humanized her and her family, and you know, I think that's great.
Yeah,
I really
it was
enjoyed
done very well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the audiobook as well.
Oh yeah,
Bonnie Turpin was in it for just a little bit.
Just a second, and I feel like she could have done the whole thing.
I love her. Yeah.
Maybe even better than the other narrator, but although like the fact that the author was a white woman is kind of like an integral part to the dynamics of the story, and so I get why Bonnie Turpin
just did the voices of Henrietta's diary entries, right? Was it Henrietta's or
no?
Deborah's?
It was Deborah, her daughter.
Deborah, that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It was.
I want to watch the movie now though.
There's a movie. Oh yeah, with Oprah, right?
Yeah, it's on HBO.
Yeah, is it? I have that. Well, I mean, my daddy does, and I use it.
Oh god. The last thing that I read for this month was Lore Olympus by Rachel Smith. It is a free online comic series that comes out once a week.
I thought you were gonna say year.
No, once a week.
Okay.
She has a new episode, and it was so cute, and I loved it. I had seen advertisements for it on Facebook and Instagram, and then Bibliophile said she had read it and really enjoyed it, and it's the story of, it's like a Hades Persephone retelling. The illustrations were beautiful, and it was just a lot of it's fun romance. I really enjoyed it and thought it was very entertaining. I gave it 4 stars. It's not done yet, but I got caught up with. There's 30 something episodes. Yeah. And we'll leave the link to it down below so you can read it if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say send me the link to that.
Yeah, no, it was great. And it's when you scroll down, and as you go, pictures will change into things.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fun.
Cool.
I really liked it.
I guess that's it for September.
Oh, sure.
We didn't read very much, but we both had a very busy month.
We did.
I started a job.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of jobs.
I had a few jobs, yeah.
Photography jobs. I'm so proud of us, though.
Me too. Go us.
Yeah.
Should I tell them the news?
What news?
This news.
Yeah, you should. Did you vlog it?
No, I haven't. I thought about it, but I didn't.
You totally should have vlogged it.
Well, I tweeted about it, so it's the same.
Okay.
It's not.
Go ahead.
I can wiggle my eyebrow now, which I have not been able to. I've not been able to move anything. And I woke up. No, I was at my mom's house, and I was trying to do something, just checking out my face muscles and stuff. And I wiggled my eyebrow.
That is amazing.
So, maybe my face is coming back to life.
I hope so.
Yeah.
There it is. I see it.
Just a tiny bit.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, there's a face update.
Woohoo! It's day 29, something like that.
That's not that bad, though. I mean, that sounds terrible, but...
I thought it'd be gone in, like, 30
Under
days.
under 30 days and you can move your eyebrows, so let's,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
Hey, it still counts.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Get it, girl.
Okay.
Alright, so that's it for us for September.
Thank you for watching. When you play the game of Tomes,
You read or you die.
come be our friend. Social media links in the description below.
And we hope you're reading a great book.
Bye.
I almost said, when you play the Game of Tomes. Because there was a pause.
For a second, I thought you were supposed to say it.
I almost did. And I was like...
You'd think we'd know by now.
Lost, what felt like it all in a game. Every man I've measured out to hurt me before I could ever feel